Hi everyone, welcome to Hawaii. We came here a couple days ago to catch the inaugural flight of Hawaiian Airlines' new 787 Dreamliner. Today's the only day that it hasn't been raining. So we're going to go out, rent a car, and explore the island. We flew to the island of Oahu 2 days before this, where we had a hotel booked in Waikiki, but sadly today was forecast to be our only nice day on the island. So we pinned a few places on the map with the ultimate goal of heading up to the North Shore and then driving along the coast down to the island's southeast corner and then heading back towards our hotel. When researching places to visit on Oahu, the Dole Pineapple Plantation was highly recommended. So we left Waikiki around 8 in the morning and headed up north. So we've had to adjust our plans a little bit. Originally, our first stop was going to be the Dole Pineapple Plantation, but it came out pretty early and it isn't open yet. So we've stopped by the state park and we're going to go for a little hike along the ocean. In our jet-lagged state, we forgot to check what time the plantation actually opened, so instead of sitting in the parking lot for 40 minutes, we decided to drive to the state park. I'm not entirely sure on the pronunciation, but I think this is the Kaena Point State Park. It's really beautiful. Kaena Point State Park wraps around the northwest corner of the island and is a great place for hiking, picnicking, and shoreline fishing. So today it's our second full day here in Hawaii. Yesterday we went to Pearl Harbor and it was raining and everything, but thankfully today the weather's cooperating a little bit. We're only doing like a quick wander here. We're already headed back because the Dole Pineapple Plantation is going to open soon, but if we had more time, we'd definitely spend it here. So reluctantly, we jumped back in the car and made the 20-minute drive to the Dole Pineapple Plantation. We got there shortly after it opened, and it was already starting to get crowded. Originally opened as a fruit stand beginning in 1950, the Dole Plantation opened to the public as Hawaii's Pineapple Experience in 1989. More than 1 million visitors come to the plantation each year, and it boasts a train tour, a garden, and the world's largest pineapple maze. There's also a restaurant and a large gift shop selling pineapple-themed merchandise. Out of all the activities, we thought that the mini train ride looked the most interesting, so we paid $14 for a ticket and hopped on board. The train ride takes you through 2 miles of the plantation and is around 20 minutes long. It's narrated along the way, and you'll learn all about pineapples and about how Dole became an agricultural empire.
Did you know that pineapple is an excellent way to cap off a heavy meal? That's because fresh pineapples contain the enzyme bromelain, which is a natural digestive agent that breaks down protein. And for you aspiring chefs, here's a cooking tip. Use fresh pineapple in a meat marinade to add flavor and to help tenderize the meat.
We just finished the train ride. It's something that's cute for kids, but for us, not really worth $14. I was feeling a little peckish at this point, so we went inside and I bought a cup of the famous Dole soft serve.
Good?
Yeah, it's good.
And in case you were wondering, this ice cream tasted much better than the one that I had in Mongolia.
Okay, there we go. Wow. So I think we both agreed that this wasn't the best place to go. I'm sure it's fun for kids.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm glad we saw it at least.
We spent about an hour and 15 minutes here before we got back on the road. I'd say that the Dole Pineapple Plantation is a nice place to visit if you have kids and need a break from the beach. Otherwise, there's some other much more interesting places to go to. For our next stop, we really wanted to see more of Oahu's natural beauty, so we drove about 20 minutes to Waimea Valley. Located on the island's north shore, Waimea Valley is a nature preserve that's run by a nonprofit. So at our next stop now, which is Waimea Valley, we're thinking about going to the Polynesian Cultural Center, but that Dole Plantation took up too much time. So we're here to see some of the beautiful plant life, and there's supposed to be a waterfall. It costs $25 a person to get in, but so far it looks really nice. The gardens contain 35 collections from around the world, including one of the best collections of Polynesian plants in existence. However, one of the biggest draws of the park is the waterfall and the swimming hole. the waterfall. This place is seriously beautiful.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Thank you. Okay.
Here you can see they have these really tall fences to keep the dinosaurs up. Hopefully it can hold them up there.
No, there weren't actually any dinosaurs, but my wife and I were joking the entire time that this place looked like it was right out of Jurassic Park.
I feel like most people come here to see the waterfalls, and I think that's what we were looking forward to most, but the thing that's the most impressive are really the gardens here.
Yeah, the gardens are amazing. There's all kinds of plants we've never seen before. And to be honest, the waterfall was very crowded. There was like gift shops and everything there. It wasn't so natural, I guess. So the gardens are amazing. Definitely worth it.
Yeah, worth the $25.
Yeah.
And definitely better than the gardens at the Dole Plantation for $8.
Yeah, don't do that. I think it's $8. You walk around a very small garden. It's not very interesting. Come here instead.
Beyond its natural beauty, Waimea Valley is steeped in Hawaiian history and culture. And today, visitors can explore restored ancient Hawaiian structures such as temples and terraces, which offer glimpses into the valley's rich past. And if you get hungry, they have a nice cafe, and they also have a gift shop.
Yeah, we really enjoyed that. We definitely could have spent more time there. But now that we're off to the next spot, the adventure continues.
Yeah, we've got a lot to fit in today. Trying to do it all while the sun is shining, and we're only here for 3 days, so see where we end up next.
We left around 12:30 in the afternoon, so it was hot and we were starting to get a little hungry. So we wanted to find some place where we could grab some lunch and also go to the beach. In the end, we decided to go to the Turtle Bay Resort, which is the only full-service resort on Oahu's North Shore and also has public parking and access to the beach along with a restaurant.
So we're just waiting for a table to open up.
Sitting on the beach.
Yeah, we've parked ourselves on this nice beach.
Yeah, it's actually really nice to just sit down and chill for a bit. It's a bit shady right now, which is nice. It's very hot at that botanical garden, so enjoying some chill time.
A lot hotter than our last trip to Mongolia.
Yeah, this one's a little bit different.
It took a while to get seated, but eventually we were able to enjoy a nice lunch and spend some time cooling off in the ocean.
All right, we're out of the ocean and back in the car, on to the next destination.
Before coming to Hawaii, we were warned that parking can be very expensive, and that it's best to just rent a car in the morning and return it same day. A lot of hotels will have car rentals right in the building, but we found a local rental place in a mall that was a short walk from our hotel, which was reasonably priced. The whole process seemed easy at first, but there ended up being some drama that we'll get into later. After we finished lunch and got back on the road, it was around 3:30 in the afternoon, so we really wanted to focus our time on enjoying more of the island's stunning scenery.
Just made a stop here at Kualoa Regional Park.
This park had beach access and great picnic lawns. It also offered nice views of the ocean and the mountains. Jurassic Park was actually filmed pretty close to here. We would have loved to have gone hiking in these mountains, but unfortunately we just didn't have enough time on this trip. We left the park around 4 o'clock and headed further south.
We've driven about an hour from the last park we were at to a new lookout point that looks out over the ocean. It's really beautiful.
At this point we had driven all the way down to the southeast coast of the island, and the views were incredible. But our jet lag was really starting to take a toll, so we decided to make one last stop before heading back to our hotel.
Now we've come about 6 minutes from the last place to our last stop of the day. We got up around 4:30 this morning, so we're pretty wiped, so we're just gonna call it quits after this.
For our final stop, we decided to check out the Halona Blowhole. Located near Hanayuma Bay, this natural wonder was formed by volcanic activity thousands of years ago, and it's possible to see water shoot up to 30 feet in the air as the ocean's waves are forced through underwater lava tubes. We didn't get to see the water shooting up, but this was a beautiful lookout, especially at this time of the day. From here, it should have only taken us about 30 minutes to get back to the mall so we could drop off the car, but we got stuck in traffic for about an hour and a half.
All right, so we're back at the hotel now. Overall, it was a great day. Had an amazing time exploring the island, except the one final snag when we tried to drop off the car. They tried to say that we put a dent in it or something. You know, when we first rented the car, they were really trying to talk us into getting their insurance and everything. And we said, no, everything's covered by our credit cards. It's fine. They're really trying to push it on us. And, you know, we just had this in the back of our mind that when we dropped it off, there was going to be something. And sure enough, you know, they tried to say that we put this dent in the car, and they had to talk to their manager and all these phone calls. And then finally, you know, the lady came back and said, oh, you know, her manager said to, you know, just they were going to do us a favor and let it go. I think they kind of sensed that we were having none of it, because it was definitely suspicious. So if you're in Hawaii, I would go with Avis, you know, something else. It's something more trusted, so you don't have the same experience as us. You know, when we looked online, it had tons of 5-star reviews, and when we were left, the lady was like, oh, okay, just please give me a 5-star rating. I really helped you out, blah, blah, blah. Nonsense. But with that, we're going to sign off now. We're going to head out, get some dinner, maybe some Mai Tais, and we'll see you later.
Despite the car fiasco, we had a great time in Hawaii and are already looking forward to coming back and exploring the rest of Oahu and the other islands. This is a place that definitely requires more than a long weekend to see. And with that said, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.